Everyone talks about the 9 to 5, but not enough people talk about the 5 to 9. And if you work a 9 to 5, you have two 5 to 9s a day. A few years ago, I had a job pretty similar to the job that I have now. I'd wake up at 7:45 feeling tired, groggy, and always late. I'd leave the house around 8:01 with an hour-long commute. And yeah, I'd usually show up late. Most mornings I didn't even have time to make breakfast. So I'd stop for fast food on the way. Something quick, unhealthy, and, way too expensive. When you get fast food out every day, it adds up. Like $6, $10 a day. It's a lot. It was a habit I couldn't really afford financially. And cinnamon sticks are definitely not good for your health. Damn good though. After work, I'd get home around the same time that I do now. But for some reason, it always felt like I had no time, even though I'd stay up till like midnight every night. So where's it all going? I'd show up to the world looking like I just rolled out of bed. So many mornings where like I forgot my belt or I like left my lunch on the kitchen counter. I didn't put on deodorant. Honestly, I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Looking back to it just feels so like childish. I'd sleep late and then I just like lie in bed for like an hour or two, like not doing anything, just wasting time. Now, I could tell you how to wake up early, but I've already made a video on that and it's right here. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you need to meditate, get sunlight, get breakfast in you, or work on your business at 8 a.m. or 5 a.m. You already know that. You know you want to get up early and hit the gym. You know you want to fall asleep reading instead of scrolling. You know you don't want to be the lazy boyfriend still in bed while your partner gets up in the morning. You understand all of this. But when it comes to actually doing it, it feels like you can't really add anything more to your life because you barely have time for what's already there. So, no, I'm not going to tell you to add more things to your life. I'm going to tell you to subtract. Let me switch gears real quick here and give you a glimpse of my day. And this is not like me flexing. This is just like an honest example of what my average day looks like. And it didn't always look like this. So I'd wake up at 5 a.m. I'd get dressed and go out for like my walk in the morning, like 15 minutes to a half hour, just around my neighborhood. Some mornings it's like an hour run. If the weather sucks, I usually just do yoga in my room for 10 to 15 minutes, but I try to get moving and get outside pretty early on. I come home, I meditate for 10, 20 minutes, and I skip breakfast. I actually fast every day until 2 p.m. Around 6, I'll have a cup of black coffee and I'll start working on my business. I do that until about 7:15 or 7:30, and then I get ready for work. Today's actually Saturday, so I got up at 5 and did the same thing. I went for my walk. Just been working on my business until I go to the gym, and right now it's from 9, and I've been doing this for the last few hours. And on a weekday, I leave my house before 8, get to work always early. After work, I hit the gym around 5. I work out, I get home around 7, dinner, shower, relax, and I'm in bed by 9. And here's the thing. My day doesn't feel overwhelming or stressful. It's not hard to do for me. I actually love my life. I look forward to every part of my routine, and I actually don't like when I get off my routine. Now, not every single day looks like this. Like I said, today's Saturday, and I'm doing things a little differently. Um, I spend more time at the gym on the weekends, seeing my friends and family. I have a girlfriend. So, yeah, things change. But if I don't have any plans, that's my default schedule. I stay consistent and I stay busy. And it took time to find what works for me and what doesn't. Like for a while, I was eating breakfast, and then I realized that I actually focus way better when I fast until most of my work's done later in the day, and then kind of eat, relax, and hang out towards the end of my day. I learned that cold showers aren't really a thing that I enjoy, so I don't do them. I learned that sometimes meditating for me works best when I'm outside in the morning, going for a walk, and just breathing and staying present there. Sometimes some good habits work for others and some might not for others, but it's important to find what works for you and what you can do consistently every day. The version of me that I am right now is a version I wanted to be so desperately a few years ago. But here's the truth. The old version of me does not deserve the lifestyle that I have now. I had to become someone new. It's like when a poor person wins the lottery and they end up worse off once all the money's gone. It's because they never learned how to handle like that kind of wealth. You don't know how to be an adult. I didn't know how to handle this kind of life. I had to learn. I had to go through trial and error. And I didn't Bleh. I didn't learn by fuck. I didn't learn by adding more things into my life. I learned by subtracting. I learned that eating breakfast, especially like sugary processed junk, was draining my bank account and my energy. So I stopped. Side note, a cinnamon stick is 500 calories from honeydew. Out here in New England, we have honeydew, which is like Dunkin' Donuts, but it's a little better. 28 grams of fat. Look at all that sugar. Holy shit. So many ingredients. It's actually dairy free. I learned that staying up until midnight ruined my sleep, so I stopped and I went to bed. I learned that my phone was distracting the hell out of me, so I stopped looking at it all day. I learned that porn was draining my energy and killing my lust for life, so I stopped watching it. I learned that drinking alcohol was making my mornings even harder, so I stopped drinking it. I learned that smoking weed every day was killing my motivation and making me binge eat, so I stopped smoking it. Making the most of the 8 non-working hours of your day isn't about adding more things to your life. It's about removing the things that are stealing your time, energy, and your focus. It's about clearing space so the life that you actually want has room to exist. Because chances are, it's not that you don't have time. It's that your time is being wasted on things that don't serve you. So if you're stuck, don't ask yourself what you need to add to your life. Ask what you need to subtract. What's weighing you down? What habits, distractions, and excuses are eating up the life that you want? Start there. Cut the noise, watch what happens, and see for yourself. Goodbye.